Cabo might be in the crosshairs, but some of the residual tropical effects could get into the southwest. And if we see flooding like we had from Norbert, I mean, twice in a week, this is brutal for the southwest.
Yeah, nature's stuck on repeat.
Yeah.
Right? We were talking about that earlier, Mark. I mean, it's like, the tropics have seemed to lock itself in a mode that replays itself. Last week, we saw a tropical system out here bring flooding rains to the southwest. Look what we've got now.
And despite the fact that we had this storm, Norbert, over those same areas as we have Odile, it didn't churn up enough cold water to squash this down. This is still a very powerful hurricane.
Yeah, it is. We've got a Category 4 hurricane right now with big winds, obviously, moving northwest at about 14 miles per hour. And it's really only about 200 miles away. The center is from Cabo. So, you know what? It's not going to be long before the center is at closest approach to Cabo, bringing perhaps the eye wall over.
And despite the fact that it's a really tight storm and kind of a small hurricane, the tropical storm force winds extend a good distance, and that's why these hurricane warnings are out already. I mean, you got to rush to completion if you're not boarded up and ready for this thing.
Time to do it now. It's coming, and very bad weather's coming your way. And, Mark, we were looking at that before. This picture right here in the infrared shot looks like it's got two eyes. It doesn't. That's just a cloud manifestation of I don't know what we're seeing. There's one eye there, and this is a system that is chugging its way straight to the southern tip of Baja.
And so the high-res model is doing a decent job at kind of modeling where that center's going to go and that counterclockwise spin associated with the storm.
That's exactly right. And on a track like that, keep in mind the counterclockwise circulation rate will bring a lot of water that way. So there could be significant storm surge. And also, they're going to get really close to the eye wall, which is right here. That may pass very close to Cabo. And if it does, they could get hurricane force winds over 100 miles per hour there.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of rain. And we're already seeing that kind of tropical feed getting sent up north into the southwest.
Yeah, that's going to be the theme, I think, probably beginning as early as Tuesday. The system itself is going to be weakening enough so that in terms of direct wind impacts or storm surge impacts, that won't be obviously a big problem up here. We will likely see some big waves and rip currents in Southern California midweek. But as you mentioned, Mark, the moisture is going to be a big deal too. And if you can see, track out here, the odds of tropical storm force winds, they're really small here in Northern California. So that's not the issue. It's the moisture.
Yeah, I mean, between the land interaction and the cold water, these storms fall apart, but their moisture keeps going.
Exactly right. And this is what we have to worry about, is the possibility for significant moisture, very high atmospheric water content moving into the southwest, maybe some dangerous flooding ahead this week.
And so, Bonnie, that's the big news and what we're following in the southwest. Over to you.